Hello, folks. Hello, hello, hello. This is Geek Cheese. This is Cheese League Baseball. Checking the integrity of my recording, and we are good to go. Yeah, hey, welcome back. Welcome back. And now we're going to watch game number 4 between the Manchego Mechanics and the Feta Fiddlers. I did want to check something, actually, before we go to this game. The Fiddlers are 13 seed. The Mechanics are the number 4 seed. So yeah, I wanted to check that real quick, just because I was curious as to where the Mechanics stood. I feel like they're an exceptional team, but we shall see. Anyway, Mechanics lead the series 2-1. We have Crispy Dropkin, who kind of looks like, who is that, James Franco's character from that, I forget what that movie was, where he played like a rapper. And then Nancy Bale on the bump here for the Feta Fiddlers. They're pissed off looking crab as their logo. And we are going to go to Parque Jardineros for this game. Extreme Contact Specialist in the Mechanics versus the Speed Demon Fiddler Crabs. Which I guess makes sense, right? Fiddler Crabs like running around and stuff. Getting my notes here, because that's how I do as I hit the mic, and I think I just made a lot of noise doing some stuff. Alright, also give myself some volume. Alright, here we go. Beautiful Parque Jardineros. Mountains in the background. I do like this park. I like the new ballparks in general. I think there's a new one coming too at some point. Alright, Maddie Hinton's going to lead it off here for the Mechanics. Facing off against Nancy Bale. And there's a strike. Alright, Nancy Bale. That one is fouled away. Alright, Bale. Let's see. Last time around. 1 and 2. Actually, let's take a look at our arsenal and everything first. This is a grounder over to Harris. Across the diamond out, number 1. That brings up Austin Carson. Center fielder here for the Mechanics. Four-seamer slider, curveball, and the forkball for Nancy Bale. An evenly balanced pitcher, to be honest. And that's a ball low. Obviously the lefty hurler, 1 and 2. And that is a pop-up. And Carson pops out to West as Rufo steps in. Bale, she in the last tournament. 2 starts, 0 and 1, a very high ERA, very high WHIP, very high average against. So, obviously your number 4 starter here. Over to Hogan, that's how number 3. So, see what happens with them. Fiddlers, obviously, with a win, would tie this series. And Harlow Cray is going to lead it off for them. 500 thus far. As Crispy Dropkin goes up on the mound. Let's talk about him real quick. Four-seamer slider, curveball, changeup, standard fare from the righty, but more velocity pitcher. As that one's fouled away. 2 and 2. Cray pops this one up into deep center field. Carson is there to track it down. Brings up Carter, hitting 700 so far. Dropkick accuracy is accuracy is pumped up, beefed up by Gets Ahead. That one's fouled away. In his 1 start, did not allow a run last time for the Mechanics. And pretty much that was it. 7 strikeouts in his last appearance for the Mechanics. Rose Bobber steps up. A- rated Rose Bobbert, the right fielder. Don't exactly know why she shows up in catcher's gear. Perhaps she just liked that when her picture is being taken. 2-1. People have their own little weird things that they like.
That's inside.
3-2. Got her. Down on strike she goes. All right, so Raya Heaps will lead it off here, 4, 5, and 6 for the Mechanics in the top of the second.
The first baseman, number 29, Raya Heaps.
And Heaps 667, 2 homers, 6 RBIs, having a hell of a tournament. A lot better than last time around, I can tell you that. In her last tourney, as that's a base hit, and a base hit for her. 15 at-bats last time. She had 1 homer, 2 RBIs, hit 200. Not very good indeed. Oh my god, I just noticed. Ooh, a little hot shot to Hogan. Carlson lines out. Just rocker. Okay. We'll get there. Elliot Pope steps in. His first at-bat of the whole entire tournament. And runner goes, and it's dropped at home plate, and it might have been a close play. Pretty good speed on the bases, though. All right, 3-1 to Pope. Again, his first at-bat, looking for a hit. His first hit of the tournament. 3-2. There's the one thing, and good eye there. Pope, he draws the walk. It's one thing I have noticed about as Nick Acosta steps in. I've noticed this about Super Mega Baseball 4. As Nick Acosta, this is his first at bat. So this is a great example of it, actually. Nick Acosta did not hit at all. Didn't even have an at bat in the last tournament for these teams. Or for the Mechanics. 2-2 now. 2 on. Almost had him chasing. Full count. 1 out. Hung up there. Hits it foul. And I don't know how you do that. Just work the batter. 3-2. And that is not a base hit. It's right at Cray Cray. You can't send the runner. So 2 outs now. 2-1. On the top of the second. And in steps Rocco Corby. This is the stat line that I wanted to highlight, but before I get there, yeah, I feel like in Super Mega Baseball 4 you see a lot more variety, a lot more bench pieces being used, which is nice. A lot of guys and gals in the last tournament that just didn't even register at bat. And so, Corker, interesting thing that he struck out there, because in 14 at-bats last time, he struck out 15 at-bats, I'm sorry. He struck out 7 of them. So he struck out nearly half the time last tournament for the Manchego Mechanics. That's not very good. Honestly, that might be the highest strikeout total. I take that back. Who's up? Layla Hogan? Oh, okay. Yeah. Layla Hogan struck out 12 times. It's a jack here, and that one curves just foul. 2-2. She had double the at-bats, though. Actually, more than double the at-bats. Still struck out 12 times. Actually, a lot of people. There's a lot of people who struck out a lot of times on the Feta Fiddlers. Now I'm looking at this a little more closely in the last tournament. Holy cow. 9 strikeouts, 8 strikeouts, 8 strikeouts. Jesus. And very, very, you know, I guess 20 at-bats, 26 average at-bats, I would say, across the team. It's just it's a lot of strikeouts. All right, good speed on the base pass here for them now. Trying to get something going. As Rathskeller steps in and Dropkin checks on the runner. Foul ball. 1-1. Shattered bat. And Heaps catches it. They're unable to get the double play, but that's no worry. Stetson Davenport steps up now. All right, 0-2 on Davenport. And the pitch. Ball inside Dropkin, like I said. Velocity pitcher, junk pitcher. Big on the velocity piece of it. 87-mile-an-hour slider high for the final out of the inning. 9-1-2 to up top of the third. Kind of a quiet stadium here at Parque Jardineros. Grounder slowly to Hogan. She has a good arm, though. Out number 1. All right. I didn't actually realize Maddie Hitton's strained right now. I wonder, there was something with possibly a hamstring or something like that. Pulled hammy, if I recall. Oh my gosh. What the heck was she swinging at there? And almost made it. She almost made it. The drop third strike. That's Austin Carson. Oh my gosh, where was that stat? It's Austin Carson. Yeah, he needs to do more of that for this team, and that's a base hit down the left field line. So Carson gets things started off here with 2 outs for the Mechanics. Madeline Rufo. 0 for 1. Carson runs exceptionally well, though. It'd be interesting to make something happen here on the base pass, and they're doing it. And he slides in safe. Dale gets her to strike out. All right, well, goose eggs all around, folks. Kind of a little pitcher's duel brewing here between Bale and Dropkin. There's Tapia stepping in. 286, Messiah Tapia. Kind of reminds me of a... reminds me of an Arlo Franks. I feel like he should be hitting a lot more home runs than he really does. You know, when going from Super Mega Baseball 3 to 4, ooh, even with the sign stealer, Dropkin gets him. As Harris steps in. Even going from Super Mega Baseball 3 to 4, some of the stats the players ended up with, you know, they didn't end up as strong as previously. So someone like a Messiah Tapia, he and it's ball number 4. Tapia, he was a little bit more of a power hitter under the previous game. Now adding his stats here, and again, everybody's stats are all the same across games. He not as much of a hitter, not as much of a power guy, more of an evenly keeled ball player. Cray, top of the order, by the way, folks. Skies that one out to left field, kind of left center actually. Costa is there and puts that one away. So 2 outs now as Gertie Carter steps in front of her home crowd. She's 0 for 1, 636 average. I mean, she's just hitting the hell out of the ball. And you would like to see something going on here. A little hit and run action, maybe something just to kind of jumpstart this offense. And instead, it's just going to be an average old ground out to the third baseman, Rufo. Middle of the lineup to a 4, 5, and 6 for the Mechanics.
The first baseman, number 29, Raya Heaps.
And Heaps is 1 for 1. with a single. And there's a strike. Let's check on Bale and see where she's at. That one's hit high and far, but got under it a little too much. Breakaway puts it away. Here's Carlson. 5:45 for him. Very good. Very, very good. 48 pitches for the lefty. 49th right there, and this will be her 50th. So Bale's looking pretty good. Top of the 4th. 0-2. Carlson's in the hole. Almost got him chasing. 1-2. And that's a base hit up the middle. And Elliot Pope steps up. He walked his first time up to the plate in the whole entire darn tournament. So I mentioned in one of the previous videos that I bumped up the ego to 70 all around. So that's what we're simming at right now. And that one gets by Hogan, and that puts 2 on with 1 out here, top of the 4th, and the Mechanics are threatening as Nick Acosta steps in. And Acosta hits one high and far, and no, Carter is there. That's not actually, it's pretty deep, but not going to get the runner to third. You know what? Now I'm looking at this stadium. It's a pretty darn big stadium. That was a pretty deep hit. I feel like that would have been out at like Whacker's Wheel or somewhere else. Definitely at Whacker's Wheel. Definitely at the Tiger Den. Man, that plays a Cracker Jack box. Out number 3. Boy, they strand a pair. And we're all zeros all around. Rose Bobbert steps in 0 for 1, hitting 200, not hitting up to her expectations. She was a 394 hitter in the last tournament. And that is out number 1. Actually, Hogan only hit 216 in the last tournament, so she's playing more up to expectations now. Now, I'm watching actual, real baseball as that one's fouled away. It's such a long season. It's such a slog for these, you know, in Major League Baseball, it's such a slog for the guys, and it's tough to maintain consistency. As Hogan rips him, oh my God, he didn't have to move. It was hit like 900 miles an hour. In steps Alfredo West. But, yeah, it's just so hard to stay consistent in this game. It's just so long, just such a long season. So you go through a slump, and the crazy part is, as that one is skied out to Carson again, and that is out number 3. You know, you can go through a rough patch. This is the one thing. This is why baseball to me is not only the best game, but the most difficult game. It's because you can go through a slump. Let's say maybe the most difficult team sport, where individual stats truly make a difference. Because you can be a guy who goes through a slump. Say you're like, I don't know, not even over. Even if you're like hitting 200, or if you're hitting $150 or something, and you're going through a slump, that can really, really drive down your average.
Number 22.
If you're not seeing the ball well, it can drive down your on base. And then that has a ripple effect across the lineup, across the team. Could lead to losses. It could lead to a lot of things. It's so tough. I feel like any other sport, baseball has that. Out number 3. That was a very, very hard play. Nice little barehanded action by, I believe, Rufo. And then they get it. All right, Dropkin is out. And now we're going to have Salazar come in. And that was 100% not Rufo who made that last play. Definitely not Rufo. It was Everly Harris. Rufo plays for the Mechanics. Stetson Davenport steps in. All right. Davenport screaming about something. And let's look at Salazar. 4-seamer, 2-seamer, slider, and the curveball, right? Yes. Velocity pitcher. We've already seen her out of this bullpen. No ERA, .60 whip. Down on strikes, 97 on the gun. Salazar was actually one of the solid pieces out of the Mechanics bullpen last time around. 2.25 ERA. Batters hit 154 against her. 2-0 now to Tapia. Now looks at a strike. 2-1. And a little hit over to Heaps, out number 3. All goose eggs all around, folks. Oh my God. It'll be Rufo to lead it off.
How about third baseman, number 15, Madeline Rufo.
Here in the top of the 6th. And looking for something to just happen. Let's talk about Bale here quick. 70 pitches. You see a lot of movement on that stamina meter. So this might be her last inning. I can't imagine that she'll go, honestly, much more than even a couple batters within this inning. Here's Heaps, 1 for 2. She actually might get pulled here. No, okay. And that's a ball high. And actually, she might get pulled here because it's starting to look a little worse for the wear. And that one gets all the way to the wall. And Heaps is digging for 2 and is going to get there with a stand-up double. So, the Mechanics have something going here at the top of the 6th. That brings up Keaton Carlson as 1 for 2 with a single. And let's see, are they going to pull Bale? And yes, they are. Caden Crane comes in. Okay. Okay, we can work with that. We can work with that. And what is Hogan, or Granted over to Hogan, not know what the winner was doing. And now there are 2 outs, and that brings up Elliot Pope. Okay, who's this? Who's this? Caden Crane. Caden Crane. Caden Crane. Oh my God, Caden Crane is not on my sheet. I believe Caden Crane is their bonus pitcher. Slow roller. And out number 3. 9-1 and 2 do up for the home team. They only have 1 hit, folks. 1 hit. Here is Harris. Popped up. And it's going to be... Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? It's going to be Hinton to put it away. Craig Ray is 0 for 2. And that one's fouled away. Man, just when something happened here. These are 2 teams who've been beating up on each other. And we're getting their number 4 starters and kind of getting into a pitcher's kind of game. 2-2 on Cray Cray. Hit over to Rufo, out number 2. And Carter steps up. It's 0 for 2. Gertie Carter. Go yard work, Gertie Carter. Hit it in that little weird notch area. Do something big. Ooh. Oh boy, that skipped off of the mound or off of something. It's a weird hop. So that's a base hit up the middle, though. That puts a runner on for Rose Bobbert. Rose Bobbert. You know, you got the big power bat. Do something. Runner goes. Slides it. Ooh. That was very, very close. But she's out. 7-8-9. For the Mechanics. I think you guys are going to like the Charcuterie League that will be broadcasting exclusively on our Twitch channel. Super Mega Baseball 4. The Charcuterie League is the league. Whatever Rocco Corker just said. It's the essentially the farm teams, the minor leagues, the Cheese League, Charcuterie. So these are teams named after things that would pair with cheese. Obviously, cheese is the strongest thing on the charcuterie board. So for example, Manchego Mechanics farm team is the pepperoni motor ponies. And that is just fun to say. And the Feta Fiddlers, I'm trying to think of who their farm team is. I honestly forget who their farm team is. 0-2 on Matty Hinton. It's going to bother me, but whatever. You guys have seen it on Twitch. 1-2 on Hinton. The runner on first. That one's fouled away. Boy, oh boy. Big pressure situation here. Down on strikes she goes. Hinton's not happy. So let's see if the 3, 4, and 5 hitters can get something going here in front of this home crowd at Parque Jardineros for the Feta Fiddlers. And Bobbert swings through that one. Salazar still back out there on the mound, working away for the Mechanics. And boy, oh boy, Bobbert comes down on strikes. There's Layla Hogan. The Layla Hogan jerseys being sold at the clubhouse store. All right, Prowlette Perez comes in. Salazar left with elbow pain. That's not good. That is not good at all. And boy, oh boy. Comes in. Ooh, nice diving stop by Rufo down at third. Saves a base hit, possibly more. Brings up Alfredo West. Are they going to put in... I thought they actually might put in a pinch hitter, but I guess not. Perez, an exceptional piece added their bullpen, as that's a base hit up the middle. And the crowd is starting to get rowdy. Rally caps are on. Reese Rathskeller steps in. They're going to pinch hit for him. No, okay. He's a big contact guy. Not really hitting a lot, though. And they get her in a rundown. And that's how the 7th inning ends. And here we go. Extra innings. Carson will lead it off. 2, 3, and 4 for the Mechanics. Auto runners. So we got the Manfred Man or the zombie runner on second. Caden Crane back on the bump for the Fiddlers. 4.91 ERA for him. As he do a check on him. 3-1 on Carson. And that one sneaks through the right side. They hold the runner at third. Okay. Madeline Rufo steps in. Pepperoni motor ponies. I could see some of those players be brought up to the majors at some point. Rufo hits this one. This could be a sac fly. Carter has not the greatest arm, and the run scores. Sac fly breaks the scoreless tie here in the top of the 8th. Zerai Heap steps in. Looking locked in. Fastball hitter, ace exterminator. And her stats are jacked. Look at that power stat. Jacked up. With 1 out, runner on first. Runs quite well. I think a good one on that 1-2. And now the 2-2. Through the left side, so 2-1, 1 out, top of the 8th. The Mechanics
Designated hitter,
Putting on the
number 8,
pressure.
Keaton Carlson.
As Carlson steps up. And they check on the runner. I hate that pickoff move so much. So much. Oh god, I just have visions of the ball being launched into center field, giving the runner third. 0-2 now on Carlson. And remains at 0-2. And now the 1-2. Now the 2-2. And over to Hogan and back to Tapia for 6-3 double play. So the Mechanics break the scoreless tie. They get a run here. Top of the 8th. Obviously, the zombie runner is at second here for the Fiddlers as well. So let's see if Perez and the Mechanics can shut them down. Rathskeller back up, of course, because he was up while the runner, who's now actually coincidentally at second, was trying to steal second. And that is a slow roller. They are going to hold the runner, though. So slow roller through the right side. They hold the runner at the corners now. And Davenport 0 for 2. Are they going to pinch hit for Davenport? Yes. No. Brennan is pinch running for Rathskeller. And that one's... a lot more of that happening in Super Mega Baseball 4, too. I really like that. And they get the run in and tie the game with the bunt. Josiah Tapia steps in now. So 1 out. Runner at second, obviously. I'm kind of indifferent to the zombie runner. Oh, that one gets away from Hinton behind the plate. Gives the runner third. Now all you need is a base hit. And walks him. Harris steps in 0 for 1. Kind of indifferent to the rule. I feel like it's I don't know if that runner at second, the auto runner, counts as an RBI. I don't think it should. But kind of indifferent to it. I feel like it does add some level of strategy into the game. That one's fouled away. 2-2 now on Harris. Check on the runner first. Winning run at third. Harris 2-2 count. Fouls that one off again. Popped up. And that will be the second out. Brings up Cray Cray's 0 for 3. Should do for a hit. A base hit. Anything will score that run, and that's not gonna do it. So we go to the 9th. All tied up now. Zombie runner still in effect.
The second baseman, number 12.
As Elliott pitched 1 for 2. All right, we got Preston Taverna coming in. And I know Preston Taverna. He had a very high ERA. 11. And who's going to get that? West. Can West get it? He has his noodle arm. Oh, my God. Runners at the corners. That was terrible. That was so bad. That looked awful. That looked painful. So infield comes in. Runners at the corners. Nobody out. We've got Acosta up. 0 for 3. In his first game this tournament. And fouls on the way. a little outside to me, but okay. Rocco Corker steps in. That looked high and outside. All right. This must be the ump from the Yankee game today. He's calling every pitch outside. That is jacked. And Cray Cray is there. Runner tags and comes home. And now the Mechanics lead 2-1. As O'Donnell steps up 0-2 with a walk. You know, they really need that extra run. 2 outs here. A runner at first. That'd be great to have that. Stealing. And boy. I don't know what was happening there. I thought the runner could run quite well, but guess not. All right, Gertie Carter steps in. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 here for the Fiddlers. And looking again, runner at second. Looking to make something happen, and that's not going to do it. That might get the runner to third. Cooker throws. And so now runner at third, and Bobber steps in 0-3. Perez still working away out there on the mound. And strike 2 to Bobbert. And down on strike she goes. So, Layla Hogan now steps in 0-3. 2 outs. Winning, or a tying run, sorry. On third base. And Perez looking to close this one out for the Mechanics. And there's a strike 2 and 1 now on Hogan. And 3 and 1. Walked her. I don't know if that was intentional or not. Brings up Alfredo West though. He's hitting the hell out of the ball today. In particular, 2 for 3, 2 singles. Decker comes in. Okay. Decker only had 1 save last time. Oh no. Is that hit into no man's land? No, it's out number 3, and the Mechanics hang on to win in extras. An exciting end to that game. See, the auto runner kind of does do that for me. It does kind of lend like some strategy in there, and then things can kind of get exciting. 1-run game here like that. 2-8-0 to 1-4-0. Mechanics are victorious. 2 walks, 5 strikeouts for them, and a smattering of hits throughout. The bottom third of this lineup did do a darn thing, but Heaps had a good day. So did Carson and Pope. 3 walks, 8 strikeouts. That's what I meant to say. For the Fiddlers, not a lot of hits at all. West and Braskeller and Carter, that's it. Like, it's just nothing, really. Boy, the hat trick there for Bobbert, that's kind of ugly. So, obviously, the starters get the no decision with the game going in extras like that. Perez gets the win. Crane takes the loss, and Decker will pick up her first save. Bale, Dropkin, and Heaps are your top 3. So with that win, I believe, was this go to 3-1, right? I think in favor of the Mechanics. Yes, 3-1 in favor of the Mechanics. I want to take a look at something though, because that game, yeah, the Mechanics kind of, yeah, they blew out those games that they were leading in, so they need to do a better job next time for sure. But back to the main starters, I think, for the next game, so that should be interesting. You're an ace, rather. Anyway, that's it for me. Exciting game and extra innings. Thanks so much for watching us here on Geek Cheese on YouTube. Subscribe, like the videos, all that fun stuff, and we'll see you guys next time for some more fake baseball action. All right, later. Bye.